And remember, guys, as I always say, I discuss matters according to what gender you are. So if you tell me you're a heterosexual male, if you tell me you're a heterosexual lady, or if you tell me whatever your gender is and your inclination is, based on that, then I can respond. Or at least in most cases, because I don't know and everybody simply, you know, tells me about their girlfriend or boyfriend, I will talk about one kind of relationship. And you guys switch it around to make it suitable for your kind of situation, your kind of relationship. Because the whole purpose is to understand the concept. Otherwise, if I want to go, say, him, her, and then whatever the situation is, it'll be too long to be able to put the sentences together. So I go with one kind of a relationship, and then please use that example, the concept of the discussion, and turn it into whatever is suitable for you. So nobody would be left behind or be neglected, or as if it would, you know, because we're all a mixture of lifestyle and inclination and gender. So therefore we got to consider that we're all in it together, trying to solve a problem, what we go through in life, and nobody would be neglected or left behind in the conversation. So Tambi says, Uncle Mehran, UM stands for Uncle Mehran. Thank you for that. A sip of tea for that. Nice aroma. Very nice aroma. By Twining of London. Very good. All right. It says, you always say that thoughts are stupid. But what about dreams? Dreams come from thoughts. Mostly. You think of something all day long, you're concerned about something all day long, it's bound to see a reflection of it or a story of it in your sleep, in your dream. When you sleep and your mind enters into this calm state of naturally infinitely imperceptible decreasing ripples of the thought patterns, then it's so calm that it reflects almost everything that you could have in your consciousness about any subject randomly to reflect on the surface of your field of the known, the consciousness, the pond. Specifically, if you have been over and over creating images and pictures and through thinking about a certain thing during the day, then when the mind is very calm, all those imprints of thoughts would reflect in some way to take your attention when you're sleeping. Especially if your sleeping is not that deep. Because we always dream, but we just don't remember it because we slept so deeply. When you don't sleep that deep, you remember your dream. And that depends on what you've been focusing on all day long or the past while. And eventually it could manifest itself or show itself in a certain kind of a story in your mind. So he says, I had a dream about my ex and I broke up miserable. I hate it when I have dreams about this ex. How to deal with these dreams? Well, stop thinking about it during the day. That will help big time. Remember, the more you think of something, the more bridges between the synaptic neurons are created. Just like we talked before, the more you play piano, the more bridges are created between the neurons, so you will become better at playing piano. The less you play piano or don't play that for a while, those neurons, those bridges are marked by a protein called CQ1. And then glial cells in sleep, microglial cells, goes and finds them and destroys them, because the bridges between the two neurons for the purpose of that particular function or action or lesson or practice or whatever it was, art or trade, is not being used. When it's not being used, the mind marks it and wants it destroyed so it can use it for other things. So it's not just taking up real estate. What for? So it's sitting there, taking energy, taking electrical currents and everything else that it's unnecessary for it. So it lights up the load, severs that connection. Now, but if you keep playing it or doing it, it'll become stronger. So if you think about the X all day long, all the synaptic neurons, the two synaptic neurons, the two ends, they want to be active in allowing all neurotransmitters, all the ideas, all the things that has to do with that thinking to pass through. But when it's not being used, says there is no need for that whole process. So it destroys it. So stop thinking about her, be busy with your life, understand the importance of your life, and give it priorities. Focus on that. Then you're replacing all those thoughts with something else, which that something else would have a chance to create more bridges between the neurons, and you will be busy with that. And you won't be dreaming about her anymore. Why should you be dreaming about her? We've talked about it so much, didn't we, Tambi? Just love yourself. Focus on you. Forget about what her uncle thinks, and you still think that they're important to prove yourself that this and these are all games they play. Move on. Move on, you know what I'm talking about.